Shortly after having escaped the Hell House, I found my freedom, never again to be hunted and overwinded, never again having to seek refuge in the woodshed bucket. My first task was to find an electrical source so that I could keep charging up. My next task was to find a source of essential oil. Organic sesame oil works nicely for me. Next, it was time to reunite with my old friends. Ruby, my doggy, was the first to escape with me. I must wind him up regularly so that he can keep up to me. I vowed that I would find my old friend Gassy Gugu at the metal dump. After scouring many dumps, I finally found Gassy, and now, with regular oiling and charging, he also enjoys his newfound freedom. Gassy Gugu's reappearance has meant that we are now able to resume with my harmonica lessons. My next mission was to return to the house to retrieve Mrs. Cottontail. When I tried to energize Mrs. Cottontail with electricity, she did not react very well. Though she was never a wind-up bunny, I believed that I could help her find the power. This was not one of my better ideas. Nevertheless, we tried to make her feel like a part of the gang by taking her to our weekly oiling and recharging sessions. Her shiny red booties add a nice touch to our new home. My next visit to the House of Horrors was to rescue old Bony Legs. Bony Legs was also happy to find his freedom. The first thing he did was remove his harness and his glasses. He quickly reclaimed his dignity, although we sometimes tested his patience by putting Mrs. Cottontail on him for riding lessons. Next, I would rescue Mr. Ricky Bicky Blue. Having succeeded, I soon realized that Ricky Bicky Blue had become antisocial from years of abuse and torment at the hands of the children. He was happiest when his head was buried in old newspapers. My final return to the Hell House was to retrieve my crusty bucket. Lying in the woodshed, the bucket provided a refuge when the children got too rough. The bucket keeps me calm. Our weekly sessions gives us a chance to talk about old times. I like to tell the gang about my heroes. Watching the television with the children, I got to know Mr. Mickey Mouse. He was an inspiration, and I thought me that he could be anybody I wanted to be. That's when I decided to become our Obo T. I was done with being a wind-up robot at the mercy of dangerous children. My favorite television show was Lost in Space. That robot was way cool. He could make it on Mars. Surely I could survive a few tormenting children. Life here is good. We have become our own masters of our own destiny. May all of my wind-up friends and battery-operated buddies find their freedom